Hello, everybody. Welcome to the ÉISG podcast, an intern survival guide, where we teach you how to survive in Paris and during an internship at an indie festival. We have new hosts every week with different topics each time, ranging from music, fashion, tourism, but above all, independent cinema. We hope you like today's episode. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next edition of ÉISG's Intern Survival Guide. Warning: this podcast occasionally contains strong language which may be unsuitable for children, unusual humor which may be unsuitable for adults, and lots of LGBTQ plus jokes which may be unsuitable for assholes.
Hi, my name is Uli.
Hello, I'm Ada, thank you.
And we have Angelica on the computer on Zoom.
From Manila, the Philippines today.
Yeah, and we are in Paris, France. And we're going to talk about the experience of moving to Paris, I guess.
Yes.
That's the topic. Angelica, how are you? How are you doing? How's the plan going? Because that's the plan, right? You're moving to Paris for a little while.
Okay, so just for quick context, Angelica is our intern for AIFF, which is our sister festival, the All Asian Independent Film Festival, and she was of amazing help to us during the time she spent with the ÉISG crew, in fact, in Manila, and she wants to come to Paris for a week. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about it?
So right now I'm doing a fundraising that I'll be using for my stay there in Paris. And hopefully we're now at the 1/3, I think, of the target goal. So I'm expecting to have a fruitful experience there and to meet all of you because I think you have a great bond there.
We're really waiting for you, by the way. We watched the TV, the
podcast,
live stream,
the podcast
live
that you
stream,
had
yeah.
with the show.
Yeah, we were watching it.
Yeah, I was so shocked about that.
How does it feel? Are you stressed? I don't know. How do you feel?
Yeah, I am stressed. Everything is ongoing. My studies, my acting career, my fundraising, and to be a daughter, and sister, and a friend, I'm also doing some dancing. I'm doing some dancing covers with my friends too. That's why everything is so blah. But I'm really enjoying myself with whatever, and I think that what's matter most.
Okay, that's great.
Do you have a question?
I do have a question for you.
You have a question for me?
I do have a question for you.
Okay, I'm ready for the question.
How was moving in for you?
How was moving for me?
Yeah.
Well, it was very exciting. I did my homework, so to speak. So before I arrived, I think a month before, I started learning a little bit of French, and also just Googling random things on YouTube, like, what should I know about moving to Paris? And I found some things which were pretty random, but super useful, in fact. Like, for instance, saying bonjour when you go into a place.
Yeah.
And it... Once I went into the bakery, and I did say bonjour. I did say bonjour when I walked in, and the guy just didn't hear me. So I walked in, and I went in front of the counter, waiting for him to say bonjour to me, and he didn't, and I stood in front of the counter 5 minutes, and he turned his back on me, and he was doing some things in the fridge, which he was not, in fact. He was fucking pretending to work. 5 minutes, I stood there just like this, watching him, and he just pretended I wasn't there, and all that because he didn't hear me say bonjour to him. This what happened is crazy. So, is it a one-time thing that I experienced? Because I hear this is a whole situation here.
It is pretty important, but at the same time, it feels like a lot of people are chill about it, from what I think. Yeah, just for the context, I moved to Paris more than 3 years ago. So I've been around for quite a bit of time. Yeah. I was studying here and I graduated here. And now I'm trying to stick around. So we'll see how it works.
It's a whole nother...
But at the same time, the experience for all of us is a bit different. Because I think me and Angelica, we both need the visa, right?
Yeah, that's true as well.
And you do not.
I do not. I have a good friend from Montenegro. And that's super close. it's Eastern Europe as well, and she does need a visa, so that's crazy, like the whole visa situation. Yes, I could just come here with my ID, not even my passport. Like no one asked me anything. No one asked me how long am I gonna stay, when I want to leave. Nothing.
European passport is great.
Do you want to rant about your?
I would love to
situation
rant.
a little bit.
I'm
Please,
not about my situation, but like about the moving.
Yeah.
Because to come to France, I needed to get the visa, and I also needed to move. So I need to like bring a bunch of my stuff, rent an apartment, as anyone else who is moving.
Let's go back to this for a second. Just about renting. How long did it take you to find something here?
I had the university because I was going for the university, so they provided me with a residence.
Yeah.
But it was not the official like university residence. That was one of their backups for the international students. So it was more for like masters and people who stay like for 3 to 4 months. So it was like this 10 squares apartment, but with like everything. I had my kitchen, I had my bathroom, I had my like bedroom, but it was just very small. Like literally the empty space was like a square meter, you know? That's it.
That's cool.
Yeah, and there were bugs and it was dirty and
oh my
the
God.
dude was very rude. It was like a bad experience of living in there. But the problem was that the visa, then it came to me. I remember receiving my passport back at home in Russia. I'm from Russia, by the way. And like looking at it, opening it up and realizing that my visa starts a day before my studies. And I'm supposed to move in like a week before my studies.
Oh my God.
And I mailed the residence and I go like, hey, here's the situation. Can I move in a week later? And they go like, no, we're going to give your place away.
No.
Yeah.
Did they?
Fuck. The residence there I lived was very fucking bad. Yeah. So what we did, my mom was stressed. Because my mom was like a lot of support from my mom, like when I was moving for the first time.
Same.
And she just like found this random weird agency that is making like express visas, which is more expensive obviously, but like
Yeah.
just needed to move in. I needed to get an apartment, like urgently. And it was the sketchiest place I've ever been to. It was in Moscow, so I came to Moscow. I'm not from Moscow, just to get my visa. And we walk in, and there is like this little room with like just 2 people in it, and they're like, yeah, just stand next to this wall. And she pulls up like an iPhone 6 or whatever, just this very old phone.
Yeah.
I mean, old iPhone, and takes a picture of me, and I still have that picture because that was my visa. That was my visa photo.
Is this? Why does this sound to
Wait,
me
wait.
like you're describing a very illegal activity?
Wait, it's not the end of the story. It's not the end of the story.
Oh my God.
Because then, after that, I got this weird visa. It was for Italy as well. It wasn't a French visa. So I'm flying to France with this Italian visa with this full fake story of, yeah, I'm going to France to visit my friends, and I'm going to Italy from France, in case somebody asks me, right?
What are you supposed to be talking about? I'm just worried for your security.
No, and then the first time in my life, the second I walked out of the airplane,
Yeah.
they started checking passports.
Yeah.
They normally don't. I don't think so. I think that was like the one-time situation for me.
Okay.
Just not, not in the line. It's just like you walk out of the airplane and the first thing.
Which airport did you arrive at?
Charles de Gaulle? Yeah.
That would never happen at Beauvais.
Never happened in
Beauvais. So
they high five you as you walk out
because you chose to go to their airport, which if you wouldn't, they would like go bankrupt. So Beauvais is like the super tiny airport of Paris. There's 3 of them. It's like, oh no, Charles de Gaulle.
Orly and Beauvais.
Yeah. So
And
like
there
Beauvais
is-
is the countryside, the super tiny one. As she said, they high five you when you get up because there's like 10 people there. Anyway,
Yeah.
so maybe that's why, because like Charles de Gaulle is big.
Charles de Gaulle, yeah. Anyway, they started to checking out passports and they stopped me. And I didn't speak fucking French. Couldn't say a word. And they decided not to speak English with me. And the dude who was looking at my passport.
What do you remember what he said to you like in French?
No, I have no clue. I was so stressed out
Tu
as
vas
well.
où? Tu vas où?
No. He just looks at my passport. He like looks so confused, looks at me, and calls somebody else.
Yeah.
And the second person comes and they keep looking at my passport and calls somebody else. And then it's like 4 people
Yeah.
staring at my passport. I'm just standing there like.
Amazing.
And there's a car waiting for me as well because like I got a taxi
Yeah.
to go because I lived in the
You
countryside.
got the taxi.
Because I lived very
How
fucking
many
far.
hundreds of euros did that
I
cost?
spent a lot, but I was moving because I had like 2 suitcases.
Ah, yeah, okay.
And I had 2 suitcases and I was living in the countryside, so I had to take like 2 trains for free. to get from like Charles de Gaulle to my place.
That's smart that you.
And I didn't have any internet. Yeah, so we booked it in advance, and there was a person waiting for me, and I had no like reception. Like my phone didn't work.
Yeah.
And there's 4 people staring at my passport, discussing my visa and like how
in
weird
French, and
in French, and I didn't
shit.
understand a fucking word.
So Angelica, the lesson for you is
learn French.
at least learn so that you don't have to talk to them, just to understand. If this happens, if they take your fucking papers and they start talking shit about you, you should be able to understand just like a little bit.
Okay.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Nothing really happened. They were just like, they looked in and they're like, where are you going? I'm like,
Where are
Italy.
you going?
I'm like, Italy. Look at me. For sure. Because they all said the problem was that the Italian visa they gave me was for 3 months.
Yeah.
So it crossed with my student visa.
Okay.
So it like was at the same time as my student visa. So they were very confused about the fact that I had 2 visas, two like European visas at the same time.
In different countries.
In different countries, yeah.
Double student.
Double.
Double student.
Yeah.
It's just a whole...
I have a history of like being stopped in French airports, I think. It's like my thing. They also cannot tell if it's me in the picture very often. Just look at it and they're like...
Can you show us your... Don't know, I'm just joking. Don't show us your passport.
I have them all there. I have 3 passports if you want to see.
3 passports?
I do have 3
We're not
passports.
going to upload your 3 passports on YouTube, I don't think.
Unfortunately.
That's it. Unfortunately, you cannot see these amazing pictures of her. But Angelica, so what's the biggest thing that you're looking for when coming to Paris?
I think it would be the Eiffel Tower.
It's good. It's impressive.
It's just a bunch of metal.
It's impressive. You're not impressed by it.
But it's still just a bunch of metal.
It doesn't matter. It is a bunch of metal. And you know what happened to me? Like I didn't care about it at all when I arrived. And everyone was like, oh my god, it sparkles for 5 minutes every hour. It's so amazing. I'm so shocked. I'm crying. I'm so happy. I'm like, I don't give a shit. But then in time, I've been here 4 months. It just like grew on me somehow. Because it's very cool the way that you can see it. If you go to different spots in the city, you still can see it. And it all the time it looks different. So that's cool.
It looks the same.
She's
from every
Russian.
fucking side.
She's Russian. And we're not that far away. I'm Romanian.
They also now turn it off in the evening, so it's even like more lame than it was before.
But you know why? It's because we're doing like economy of power.
Yeah, guess why?
Do you know? I mean, we're not going to
go into that.
We're not going to talk about that. But I just want to mention that we have this thing that there can't be more than 19 degrees inside because the government said so. Okay. So what else?
Also, visit the museums.
What do you have?
So many museums there. And I'd like to see the Mona Lisa
Okay.
painting. Yeah.
She's
I think
so
I'll-
tiny. I don't know if you. When I saw her, I thought she was like super big. She's not. She's
What are
like
we talking about?
the Mona Lisa.
Oh.
She's like
yeah,
this
she's
big.
not that big, yeah. Yeah, but don't go to just look at her. I think that's the biggest mistake you're making.
What do you mean?
I mean, if you're going to the museum, just look at Mona Lisa.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
pretty fucking lame.
No,
There's so
but
much. The things that are in there are so much better, you know.
That's
I know.
true, but it's interesting that that's what she wants to see.
Because I used to see it on the books, textbooks, and on the internet. But right now, I will be able to see it personally. It's a big deal for me.
I mean, it is a big deal.
It is a big deal, yeah.
In the history of art and
Mhm.
everything.
It is true.
I just want to open or document.
Do you want us to meet you at the airport or something? I don't know.
Yes, definitely. We'll come pick you up.
Do you want the full office, like 20 people?
We can.
But I appreciate it if you do that.
You will.
Because I don't really.
So now we'll come pick you up. We'll come pick you up. Okay.
Yeah.
Both of you or more of you.
Here right now, there's like three more.
I mean, when you're going to pick me up at the airport.
We can
We'll
all
bring everyone.
We can all come.
Yeah.
Don't. Okay. We're not gonna tell her. We won't spoil it. No one will come. You will have to deal with it yourself. We don't care about you, Angelica.
Go to Bavea.
Go to Bavea.
So I'm doing a fundraising about going there in Paris. But right now we're planning to make it's like a benefit concert that I'll be tapping different media partners and organizations to join me, or different artists also that we will be performing. But right now I already have I think a media partner called Edge TV and the Live TV. And I think I'm also contacting the when in Manila. It's the biggest online magazine here in the Philippines. So they were asking me to send a proposal, but I haven't think anything because I can't think of title right now, and I just know that I'll be having a fundraising concert. So I hope it will come together before the last or third week of March. And yeah, so I have a donation drive online in GoFundMe, PayPal, and every donation outlets here in the Philippines. And right now we've reached the one third of the target goal. And yeah.
That's cool. But will you sing yourself in the concert? What is, because when you say concert, I was like, will you sing? For real?
Actually, I will be dancing, and my friends will sing.
Okay.
The question is, can you dance now?
Can you dance? Can you dance
right
now?
No.
Please, come on. Just get up for a second and dance. But
We'll make
close,
the beat. We'll make the
close
beat
to your screen.
It's a small space here. I can do that. It's just a small space.
Come on. Let's go again. We will try again. Okay. Are you ready? Amazing. Best. What is your biggest expectation about Paris? Your biggest. How do you imagine it to be?
I've been searching what I will be expecting in Paris in TikTok, and I've seen this syndrome called Paris syndrome. It's it's way different than I expected. That's why I'm more of expecting to know about all of you, because you're from different countries, and I want to learn about your cultures and everything. I'm not I'm not I think knowing all of you will be a big thing, or it will help me learn more about Paris and the world also, because you're also from different side of of the world, and it's so nice to meet each and every one of you. Even right now, you're
You.
so great and chaotic, and I love it.
We're so sorry again.
I was going to say, keeping the conversation about the cultural space, I mean the international office, I think it's great.
Yeah,
It's
but do you
so
know
good.
you never met European people before? You told me this, no? Did you know this?
I didn't know this.
Tell us about this for a little bit. So what do you think about the ones that you've met? I mean, Scott is not a European person. Rodrigo is not a European person as well. I'm a European person.
Me too.
You are a European person. What do you
I
think?
like your energy. You're so chaotic. I really love chaotic people, but chaotically good. Don't worry.
Yeah, I was just saying that, like, being in the international space is just so good, and like, compared to being in just a room filled with French people, or like just a room filled with like people of one
from your country.
Yeah, from one country, because it's so open. Like, their mindset is so, I don't know, so bigger, but so much better. Because also I've been studying in the international class for like 3 years, so I've been just in the international space since I moved to France, and I'm so happy about this. I really don't want to go back to
same
being in this box of, I don't know.
But do you know, this was like the biggest thing for me when I moved here, like the biggest shock as well. When I went to the subway, I think that's when I realized it for the first time, on the street as well. But when I went in the subway and I saw like all these people from all around the world, like literally all around the world, and I've never really experienced this before, and it felt so good. I was like, it's about this sort of connection that you have, and it feels like, even though, I don't know, there's like person from, even I will just randomly say from the Philippines, right? I'm in the subway, there's a person from the Philippines. I've never been to the Philippines, but I feel somehow connected to it because I can be
it's
near
outside
this
the
person
box.
and I
You're
can
getting out of it. Yeah.
So that's very important to me, and I think in this regard Romania is a bit like isolated. Now it's starting to get better, but before you couldn't really see people from like other parts of the world. So Paris in this regard is amazing, best place to be.
Yeah. No, at the same time,
I can see that.
yeah, I was going to say, at the same time, if you live in Paris
Yeah.
and you see all of these international people, you're just like, tourists. Don't you have that?
But I don't know. There's a lot of like communities.
There are a lot of
like
of course, there are a lot of people from like different countries who live in Paris. Bunch. You're gonna meet a lot of international people, but like there are also a lot of tourists, which is just so funny to me.
The tourists, I
cannot stand tourists. They also walk so slow. Fuck's sake.
They do walk so slow, and the subway is a great place to
Hate
see
them.
who is a tourist. Yeah. Because insight. So, when you go into the subway, there is a part of the subway where the chairs go up or down. Up.
There you like have to put them down.
Yes, you have to put them down. So they are like this, and then when you sit, you have to put it down. If the subway is fucking crowded, which is every day at rush hour, right? And you sit, you will get up.
You're gonna get judged if you're sitting.
And then you get up so that more people can fit in the subway. Tourists don't know this. And we are all like this, like, how aren't you ashamed of this? Get the fuck up. Get up from your chair. There's the pregnant lady who can't go in. Get up from your chair.
Yeah, I don't know. Tourists are just weird. You're like chilling at Champs-Elysees and they walk up to you and they're like, "Where is the Champs-Elysees? Am I at Champs-Elysees?"
Literally on the street.
Happened to me like 4 times in the past few months.
Even in an obnoxious place, like in front of the Cartier shop, like looking at the jewelry. Where's the Champs-Elysees? I'm looking for the Champs-Elysees in the Louvre, please. Where's the Louvre? This is...
Yeah. I'm learning so many things.
In the document, Angelica said, there's always a salad on their meal. There are beaches beside the river. There are more than 200 museums in Paris. There are no street signs in Paris. If there's a French name of their food, it's not from France. What does that mean, Angelica?
Angelica just a bunch of weird stuff.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
So random because when it actually came from Rodrigo, a friend from America who came to Paris, and from Ada.
What did you tell me?
Which one?
He told me that there's so many museums there.
There are.
And the French thing. Like if there's a French word, like French fries is not from France.
French fries is not from French fries are
France. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't.
Then the first one is there's always a salad in every meal. Rodrigo told me that when we were eating here in the Philippines, that every meal they serve salad.
Yeah, no, that's true. So our festival president and our festival coordinator, when they went to Manila, they came back very
angry
about not being able to
hate
eat
fries.
Salad. So, but like, tell us. You told me, but tell everyone again. Like, what do you eat in the Philippines? Like, how come there's no salad there?
I'm so shocked.
It's
how
weird.
can you guys live without salad? It's like the essential.
But but it's not a thing here. We more like we eat mostly food with rice here, mostly rice and a viand. And there's a viand. There's 2 kinds of viand: the meat one and the vegetable one. But it's not salad. It's being cooked with garlic, onion, and tomato. But they haven't tasted it here because they went. They were eating only at the restaurants, the famous restaurants here they're in Yakul
Hmm.
and they haven't ate the local food yet. But if they eat the local food here, they would taste the different food because there's always two kinds of viand here, the meat one and the veggies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, so are you going to come to Paris and like salad every day?
I'm happy with salad.
I don't think French people eat a lot of salad. Do you?
I do think so. I think they serve like a bowl of salad for meals quite often. I mean, I worked in a French family for like half a year. It's a very common thing
Yeah,
to like
yeah,
put
yeah,
on the
but-
side of the plate. And like here, because I have one of my roommates is French. Yeah, it doesn't really come from her. It comes from everybody. So we like veggies and we like salad. So we very often like do prepare side salad.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like
Yeah,
salad
maybe,
leaves
maybe.
with like, I don't know, olive oil if you
What's
want.
the most famous salad there?
I feel like it's not.
It's not, it's just
not.
salad.
It's not. But like, okay, it's not a really French thing. Like, you go to a French restaurant, you say, "I want to eat onion soup," or like tartare or other stuff. You don't say, "I want to get this amazing French salad that you
No,
have."
I feel like
It's
they just put salad leaves on the side.
Yeah.
That's like a common thing. You get a dish and they have like
Okay.
salad leaves.
But onion soup. Do you have
onion soup?
onion
I
soup?
love onion soup.
I love onion soup. Do you have a favorite place?
I went only to one place to eat onion soup, which was very recently as well.
You only ate one onion soup in Paris.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
I've been talking about onion soup
Yeah.
for ages. I was like, as soon as I moved here, I was like, I need to try French onion soup because my mom cooks onion soup and she
Yeah.
does it very well. And like I don't know, I just never did this. And then like 2 months ago or something, we went to a French restaurant to eat just onion soup.
Have you ever eaten onion soup, Angelica?
Yeah, here.
How is it? Do they make it like with bread and cheese and?
They do. It's actually different from restaurants. My mom doesn't cook. My dad cooks.
Okay.
But he doesn't cook onion soup. I only get to taste it outside of our home.
So you have to try this one and tell us if it's similar to the one in the Philippines or no.
What should I try? What are the most recommended local food that I should try there?
Onion soup.
Onion soup.
Are you planning to just stay in Paris or are you planning to like go around a little bit?
Cheese.
Cheese.
Oh my
A
god.
bunch of cheeses, yeah.
All the cheeses. Lemon tart, your favorite?
I love lemon tart, yeah. Pastries, just in general pastries. I
Yeah.
feel like in the morning, waking up, going to a boulangerie and getting like, I don't know, double espresso
Anything
and,
really.
Yeah.
Anything.
My favorite is
Everything.
parmesan.
I know. I don't know how. I hate it. I just eat pain au chocolat
Parmesan.
every day. You put raisins in my
I
soup.
love raisins.
I hate them. I mean, I can eat them like by themselves.
My dog's name is Raisin.
Okay.
I want to ask if there's I can rent a skateboard there.
Rent a skateboard. I'm sure you can.
I'm sure you can, but I'm pretty sure it's very worthless.
What do you mean, like expensive for?
It's expensive, A, and B, it's just the streets are not very good for skateboarding. Like if you're gonna go skateboarding, you
What?
gotta go
No,
to, like,
wait.
rinks.
What kind of? What do you want to do? Do you want to do tricks or do you want to like ride?
Longboard. So
That's you can ride. You can ride longboard.
Yeah,
Ride the
longboards.
longboard. That's how you talk.
Yeah, unless you're like in
On the
Paris,
side of the
Paris.
river. No, but
Yeah,
on the side
if
of the
you're
river,
on the
that's
side
cool.
of the sand, yeah, it's good, it's good. But if you're like in Paris, no.
No,
think so.
yeah, no. It's just
But a lot of people and the roads are like stony. I don't know.
So my second question is your favorite thing or occasions about Paris. That should like
favorite
for me
thing.
to experience. Yeah. Like experience, I think.
Favorite place or
Yeah.
favorite thing
Or
about
favorite
Paris?
thing.
Because for me, I don't know. For me, the biggest change in like moving was about people in here. French people are like so obscure and like I hate them so much. But at the same time, I've never met people who care less than they do, and that is just so good for your mental health. Because like nobody gives fucks. You dress however you want, you behave however you want, you like talk however you want, and nobody will care. And I know that is just so. I know It makes my head
For
feel
your mental health.
that space is so much better in here than it was when I was living in Russia. For
I
example.
mean, that's true though. Like not being judged and not judging other people.
Yeah, you're
that's true.
not judging, and people are not judging you. And
That's
you're
true.
like, it's good. Life is better.
Do you know, I love the French people, the ones who are very loud. There's like
Never
some
met
very
them,
you've never met those.
No, I probably did.
It's like they're very loud and then they speak and then they just like start laughing in the middle of their sentence and they there's no thought in their head going, is it okay that I do this? Nah. It's just they're just having fun with it. And I think that's cool. So that's your favorite thing here?
It's my favorite thing.
Okay.
That's why I love it here, and that's why
Yeah.
I don't want to move anywhere else. I like it.
To me, I think it's places, just a bunch of places, like super cool places that I've been to, jazz bars, party places. Like we've been 2 weekends ago
Oh, it was great.
to a super cool party in
Yeah.
a club. It's called La Bellevilloise.
I love the place so
It's
much.
so amazing, super fun.
Yeah, we did the runway masterclass with the drag
They
queen.
they do it's like a big transgender community hosts
I mean,
events
yeah,
in that club.
They have a bunch of
It's
like
like LGBTQT.
I think they have a bunch of communities hosting events there. 'Cause
Yeah.
They also have like tattoo villages, and then they have like house parties and
Yeah,
I
that's
know,
true, that's true.
a bunch of different stuff. Afro electro.
So to me, the fact that these places exist and that it's this and like also the hidden bars. I love the hidden bars. The museums,
bar.
the restaurants. There's like the fact that you can go to the Indian neighborhood and then to the Chinese neighborhood and to the African neighborhood, like all that stuff. The fact that it's together, it's insane to me. In Romania, there's like no such thing. So yeah.
Yeah,
It's
no,
cool.
I love it here. Paris is great.
Okay. Hashtag love.
Hashtag.
Hashtag Paris. Hashtag
Yeah.
moving.
So we are waiting for you to come. We're gonna take you to a bunch of cool places. When are you planning to come to arrive?
April.
It's right before the
April.
festival, no?
Yeah, right before the festival.
Okay. We're waiting for you. Send us your tickets whenever you get them, so we know.
And we will come
Yeah.
pick you up from the airport. Don't worry about it.
Not in Beauvais though. If your ticket is in Beauvais, I'm not coming.
Just make sure to be in the airplane if you arrive at Beauvais. I swear, I promise. There's no bathroom. There's no bathroom there. Thank you, Angelica, for bearing with us during this incredible event.
Thank you also.
See
I
you.
love your energy.
Her keys on the camera.
Bisous.
Bisous. Yes, bisous, bisous.
Bye. Have a nice weekend.
Have a nice weekend too. Bye. Stop it.